and to get us started, I need a little bit of help. Young man, can I ask for your help? My partner David is setting up a space here. We're going to move around that space. And when you're ready, say stop, and we'll take it from there, okay? Stop. I think you're being too hard on yourself, Cliff.
Jackson, I cannot recover from that. I feel so guilty, so angry with myself.
I can understand that you're upset. Why do you feel guilty?
It was my responsibility for the whole event. You know, I was project manager. I was supposed to have everything in order, and like,
You're not in charge of the police forces. Act when relations is my field. I feel like I'm the one who let us down.
yeah, I appreciate that. I really appreciate that, but
I shouldn't have pushed, I shouldn't have insisted that we have 3 most fully decorated police horses there for the unveiling of the new toy shop.
That was a great idea. That was a great
Kids
idea.
love horses.
So do I. I love them. But like, we needed to have some sort of control over what the cops were going to do.
The cops, that was the problem. You know, they're the only ones who have horses anymore, right? They're the only ones who have stables, and harnesses, and all that stuff.
But I mean, who would have thought?
No, who would have known how high-strung a cop horse can be? It's my fault. I should not have offered that. What was its name? Phyllis? What was the name of that horse?
Phineas.
Phineas.
Yeah.
That's a cool name. But I should not have offered Phineas a donut. It was a joke. I didn't think these horses would eat a donut.
I mean, but the kids, I mean, that's my fault, right? I should have been able to wrangle the kids when the horse, like, knocked the cop right off of it and started to run around.
Shitting the whole time, too.
Like, you know, I have that same thing, like, right? I have that same problem with coffee.
Shitting all over the place? What Sorry, I mean, you're making jokes.
I mean, it did seem like the donut was the catalyst
Yeah.
to that.
I think it was the sprinkles. Maybe if I'd have given it a cruller. I think it was triggered by the sprinkles. Are horses colorblind? Or is that dogs?
Dogs are colorblind, right?
We shouldn't have the dogs either.
Yeah, I mean, although they were fine with the shit and the noise.
If it wasn't the dogs, the kids might have started playing with the shit. They laughed that up.
And then the dogs were licking the children. And I'm like, oh God, come on.
I think that's why the city council voted to shut us down. That was the mayor's son being licked by a shit-tongued dog.
So it's my fault. I mean, it's my fault.
You know what I think we should say, Cliff? I think we should say that it's our fault. And I think, I don't know what we should do next, though.
Well, you took the blame for the last one, though. I feel like it's my turn.
I mean, learn. Why don't
You had project management for the last one. That's why I took this one. I was supposed to take that ball for you.
I thought we'd be safer if we left reptiles out completely.
So did I. And the cops are supposed to be able to take care of their own animals. Not like those carnies that we had. The circus.
You'd think cops would be more responsible than carnies, but you know, at least the carnies, you could tell the carnies felt bad. He offered us lifetime supply of cotton candy, funnel cakes. What did it cost you? Nothing.
Well, I mean, I had the handcuffs on me for like a hot second.
I'm so sorry, I forgot about that. Oh my God, he still has the marks of this. I feel so bad about that.
I feel like somewhat better.
Oh, good. Good. I'm glad. Oh, man. I'm glad to be some use, because I felt pretty useless there, you know?
Well,
Just, you know, I was really into the Lone Ranger when I was a kid. And I thought that made me an expert. The Lone Ranger and the Lassie. That was my Saturday morning.
the Lassie never shit all over the place, or licked, or ate shit, rather.
No, and Silver could be trusted with any baked goods. Donuts, baklava, milk beds.
Yeah, right?
I think so.
It's what the final bill.
You have to cook fun. Wouldn't it be raw?
Right.
It'd be fun though, wouldn't it? Fun, like, maybe our next lecture should be like the bread version of sushi. Joe Ray meat.
No, I used to, well,
Because we are never opening up a toy store. I think it's gone viral. That the mayor's son, I mean,
oh, don't mention viral, Jesus.
oh yeah. Those horses were not healthy.
I mean, I was thinking more like in terms of when we opened the clinic.
Forgot about that.
I mean, on the first day, like, how did everyone get bird flu from a clinic? Right? We were supposed to be clean. That was supposed to be the place.
My understanding was that bird flu couldn't actually be caught by humans. So I wasn't that worried about having all those parrots there for our big open house.
You know, I mean, I thought the parrots were a great idea, right? I thought it was a great idea. And then when that went south,
They
we got the reptiles.
They were very colorful. And I felt like that would encourage people to feel positive. Because, you know, when you're sick, everything's black and white, right? I'm gonna die. Or there's gonna be a miracle cure. You know? So bring some color in it. But I forgot about, those were some very talkative parents. And their knowledge of medical terminology was far too extensive. People thought that they were making diagnoses, and you know, it was inappropriate, and you know, we got our license revoked.
I'm just kind of afraid that not going to work again.
I think this sushi version of bread idea is like, I'm thinking, we've tried birds, so the whole avian community, we're dominant. We tried reptiles, and though I don't really want to cast aspersions on the amphibian class, I feel like we're too close. And maybe a salamander would work, or a newt. Just put a pin in newt, because I think possibly mammals are completely out. But what about insects?
I don't know. I mean, I've seen some great insect tattoos. We could have a tattoo parlor, and people could pick a tattoo by taking the bug that we had in the terrarium.
I just want to, before we develop this idea further, I want to take the pin back on newt. Newts are kind of smushy, right?
I don't know. I've never seen one.
I have. One time, I went on a hike out in the Lackawanna State Forest outside of Scranton Woods, Pennsylvania. It had been raining the night before, and everywhere I looked, there were these orange newts.
Orange?
Adorable. They're orange with little tiny spots.
What is, I only know newts from like witchcraft.
That gives me another. I mean, Harry Potter's been out there for quite a few years now already. Maybe the craze is over, but how about like a wand store? And we can have a whole shit ton of newts. You can have bats, because those are kind of in between birds and mammals, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, have you ever seen it? I saw this thing on Instagram where they had taken video of bats, but upside down, so it looked just like a. They were standing, it just looked like a goth birthday party. It was pretty cool. Oh yeah, we could have goth birthday parties.
Excuse me, Cliff, I've got to finish my point about the newt. I want to throw it out there, you can reject it, but I just have to get it out. Newts are smushy. I think if you pluck one of their legs off, not that I would do that, unless required by the contingencies of a particular spell, if I were doing witchcraft, which I don't do.
I think they only use the eyes.
Well, I know that the legs grow back, that's my point. The legs grow back, I don't know if the eyes grow back, I'd like to think they do.
We could get all the things that you could cut things off and go back. There's starfish. You could cut.
Put it in starfish. Put it in starfish. Newts are smushy. You pluck them off. You put them back together, just like Joe. I'm not giving up on this sushi version of bread. Don't rate me.
Well, it's great because there's no animals involved, right? So we could
Well,
just
there would be newts in it because they, you know.
But you wouldn't have to worry about ovens and things like that. You would just have dough. But we could offer different things. You could have pie crust dough. We could have bread dough. We could have
Cookie dough.
cookie dough. No eggs anymore. There we go. Then we'd
Come
have
on, Rocky can eat raw eggs.
But it would be we'd end up, you know us, we'd have to smell vanilla off bread or something. I know. I like that. I like it.
I have a feeling that if Sam Mill wants to break out in one of our adventures, it's going to anyway, regardless of where. Let's take the pin out of the starfish, though. I want to hear where you're going with that. Starfish, you know what that says to me? Telescopes.
Why?
Stars!
Oh!
But are starfish interactive? Do children like starfish?
I don't know if we should offer it to children.
I don't know if we should have anything to do with children anymore.
I have a lot of respect for kids now. I mean, they're very resilient. I mean, after Jeannie got done screaming,
It's just like
she picked up the horseshoe and said, "This is good luck."
Yeah, and now that you mentioned it, I'm feeling a little bad that I wrestled it out of her hands. We need her luck, and I felt like she's a young child. She's got plenty of time to, develop and grow and find luck. I'm a family businessman. I need something, and I don't know. That video went viral too.
Well,
Failed toy store would-be toy monk master rescues horseshoe from crying girl.
it's
Still happening.
I mean, like that was embarrassing, and I actually blame myself because I told her it was okay to have it.
This smells a little bit like horseshoe.
You gotta smell my shoes, man. It's not even funny.
I'm not going to smell your shoes.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I'm keeping that short portion going. I went to a lot of trouble to get it.
Does it still have the blood from Benjamin's teeth?
Yes. I actually laminated it. Reserved. That's why it still smells like horseshoe.
Are you gonna put it with all your recipe hair laminated stuff?
Oh yeah. In fact, that's why I brought with me down and put it in my case here.
Do you have those laminated Spanish?
I do.
Of your dad's?
I do. Yeah, I've got my laminated fish, Goldie. A lot of people will flush a fish down the toilet. I've learned recently that's illegal. It's something to do with tissue. Not like, like skin tissue.
Now, like the movie
Unsafe.
Nemo probably is not going over well, because that's all they said, all lines of water go to the ocean.
You'd like to believe that. I mean, as a kid, your parents are like, Goldie's dead. I'm gonna flush it. Goldie's sleeping. We're gonna flush it down the toilet and wake up in the ocean. What? Yeah. See, it looks at me.
Is that a cat? Is that Felix? Why is it just a head?
Well, this is the first. I was still learning.
Oh. Do I want to know the story?
No.
Okay.
No. But that's an actual feather pen from olden times. Fully laminated. I'm not sure, but I think it might have been better than
What kind of bird is it?
I think it was a bald eagle. So it might be technically illegal. That rhymes.
There might be a lot of illegal stuff in there. You may want to keep that shut.
Well, I mean, you're the only Cliff. You're the only one who's ever seen my lamination collection. And this is kind of funny because it's already porcelain, but I laminated this coffee cup. It seemed redundant, but since I laminate all the stuff I keep, I felt like I should laminate that too. Lamination business.
We can offer it for people who want to keep stuff.
Anything. Anything. What animal goes with that?
Well, I mean, clearly you can do taxidermy with it, so you could do any animal. Do you have a reason why there's a laminated gun?
Yeah. It's got laminated bullets in it. And look at this. Look, that's my horseshoe gun. I laminated my Ford car. So that's not that weird of a thing to do. People laminate cars all the time.
Doesn't it why it's not in here?
Well, sure, why not? I carry it around with me so I can go to the shooting range, which I never do.
Well, your gun's laminated, so what are you gonna do?
I don't feel like I can shoot laminated bullets. I've never tried.
Did you shoot anything before you laminated it? Is this like caught in time, like after you killed someone?
You told me you did not want to hear about Felix.
I'm beginning to think that I'm not the only one that feels guilty around here. Do you have something you want to get off your chest?
I wrote a poem. I wrote a poem about it.
Oh,
About Felix.
okay. And this has got to come off your chest because why?
Because you asked me. At this point, we've shared a lot, you know? The clinic. Toy shop. Go on. You get What?
I mean, the playground,
The
where we
playground.
had the circus
I
animal.
forget which one was it?
Motor grabbing.
Yeah. Which one? That was one of the carnies.
Yeah.
Okay. The list goes on and on. I mean, we've had a lot of businesses fail. That brings people closer together. You know, we have failed utterly as businessmen, as entrepreneurs.
Let's hear this poem.
Finish my sentence. We have failed as businessmen. Seneca. succeeded as friends.
I mean, that,
I think we have.
well, yeah. I don't care what it is that you need to get off your chest. I'm going to accept you as whoever you are.
It's okay. It's in my backpack.
You don't have to memorize?
I do have memorized, but I'm nervous that I will forget.
All right, get out of your backpack.
Forget some of it.
This is highly irregular. Go ahead. I mean, like if you have something you get off your chest, you just sort of say it. You know, I'm gay. Or,
Are you gay?
no.
Don't say shit like that. It's a bad example.
I'm bi.